Alright friends, I forgot to add this one video. I wanted to show you something. Comparison, I don't know if you know Mark Plummer. He's a bodybuilder, Canadian guy, lives in the States, whatever. He's a lifting guy, a bodybuilder guy, whatever. Look at him without his gains now. He even had some gyno surgery.
I lost powerlifting, I lost the USA, and at the time I lost a relationship. So I was a fucking wreck. It was horrible. And then
look, this is not a bashing video. I like the guy. I watch his channel. I sub to his channel because I watch his content. He's not fake. He tells you what he's doing and everything. It's his job, okay? This is entertainment purposes only.
I got diagnosed with a disease.
He has a pretty hard life. He's on his own by himself, you know what I mean? Only kid. I would say he's just a poor slave like everybody else out there. See, he's a pretty cool guy, man. He's athletic. All right, let's just...
absurd that I have powerlifted and bodybuilded for the last 10 years of my life. Taking steroids on and off. I did 5 years of natural training. I've done 6 years of enhanced training. And this is what my body looks like. Coming off steroids for just over 2 months now and not training for 2.5 weeks. Now, obviously, if you train, you can keep on a lot more size. Obviously, if you...
if you train, you can keep that glycogen in there. Yes. If you keep training, you can pump the glycogen in there. Yes, you can maintain it for a while. But after, it won't even maintain anymore if the steroids can last up to a year in your blood. But eventually it'll leak out and it won't hold that sarcoplasmic fake muscle gains that you have. That's why they go so fast. Like, notice when he takes his shirt off, he doesn't look anything like he did as like on drugs, bro. I'm telling you. He looked like he competes. He's like open bodybuilding.
You can keep on a lot more size. Obviously, if you diet properly, you can keep a lot on size, but I'm not doing...
No. He doesn't understand that, look, this is not an education video. He doesn't understand it's fake muscles, it's sarcoplasmic, because he hasn't studied anything about bodybuilding, about the body, the human body, how truly these modalities work. He's not an expert at it.
Any of it. I'm probably eating less than 100 grams of protein a day. I'm not...
That is meaningless. It reached an MND size limit. It doesn't matter how much protein. You are not bypassing that. I told everybody on my channel. It is sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Jesus, man. I think people, this is the problem with a lot of these people. They have no idea what they're getting.
Training. I'm actually going to start doing cardio today. This is what...
Lifting is cardio. That's what you've been doing the whole time. You are now a cardio lifter, Mark. You understand me? Sarcoplasmic, type 1 muscle fibers, protection from metabolic effect phenomena. That domain MND size has ended. There's no more growth. It's called newbie gains. Doesn't go past it. Progenitors beyond where it could denote extra nuclei into that domain. Yeah, man. That's your problem. Don't understand what modality you're training for. Yeah, it's glycogen. It's what do you call it? You're an endurance trainer. That's why it's doing that, because they're enhanced performing drugs. They're not muscle building drugs. They're enhanced performing. And glycogen enhances your performance and boom, you're just drawing more. That's why you get the pump. You're like, I got the pump. You're getting pumped because that's what hormones do. Give you the pump by drawing more glycogen into the muscle. For every gram of glycogen, 3 grams of water are drawn between the skin and the muscle into the muscle faster.
What the gyno is looking like right now. I'm hoping that it does not heal this way because I'm a little concerned.
He looks fat. He's off the cutting drugs. This is what you normally would look like. See? He's kind of fatty. He's carrying glycogen still. He's watery. He's like, you can see he's washed out because the glycogen. If you're not on cutting drugs, that glycogen could kind of wash out your look. It doesn't give you muscularity. May make you look big, but it washes you out.
Concerned that when I flex, my nipple like caves in slightly. Remember I told you?
He looks really small, man. Like, he doesn't even lift practically, and he's kind of in bad, he looks like he's in really bad shape which is weird for somebody taking cosmetic drugs because I told you they're temporary.
That like it's a very fine line of like what's what. So this is basically my body right now. Yeah, here's the gyno, completely gone. Oh boy.
The flex looked okay, but without the flex, man, just look ordinary there. I don't know. Got a big stomach. It's blocky. Doesn't look good at all. So you see how steroids could change your genetics temporarily? It's called cosmetics. Like an ugly woman, you put cosmetics on her face, you make her look pretty. But when she washes it off, watch out, broski.
So,
Yeah, man.
the issues right now is my chest. Let me put my shirt back on. I actually, like, for the first time in my life, feel uncomfortable without a shirt because I'm, like, skinny fat.
Yeah, see, he's uncomfortable now. It's a psychological thing, skinny fat, because he's off the cosmetics. He looks terrible without these cosmetics. These jokers that take cosmetics, these lifters and people out there, they're taking cosmetics because they're inadequate. They don't look good. That's the problem. But he's a competitor. He gets paid to do this. This is his job. He promotes products and whatever. So he's a competitor. So I don't really care.
I have, like, fat boy abs. I look like that kid.
Again, this is just demonstrating. I'm just demonstrating in this video, nothing else.
Apparently kid. He's, like, still really small, but, like, he's fat at the same time.
He's got to wear this girdle, which is even more weird. I don't know.
If you don't work out, don't take steroids, you're gonna lose all your size. But muscle memory, guys.
So there's no muscle memory. So if you don't take steroids, what size are you losing? If you build real muscle, you think you're gonna lose all that size? You think building up protein is just gonna go away like real protein, like real muscle? Of course not. And the problem is you can't build that much protein on your muscles because your muscles have a domain limit. You understand me? So yeah.
Guys, like, muscle memory is crazy.
No, muscle memory, that only applies to the domain limit, not the sarcoplasmic. Not sarcoplasmic. That's why some people confused they wrote in my comment section, they go, oh yeah, I noticed I gained back a lot of weight really fast. Well, that isn't really, you didn't lose the newbie gains, they were there. What you gained back really quick, most likely, was the sarcoplasmic, because he said that. Yeah, it's a lot. I noticed, we eat a lot of glycogen. Yeah, we eat a lot of herbivore diet. Yeah. Carbohydrates, that's the problem. When you look around, people eat a lot of carbs, bro. You have no idea.
Start bigger by the day. I'm literally going to put on like 10 pounds of muscle in the first 2 weeks.
Well, look at Larry Wheels. Didn't he put on 53 pounds in like 5 days eating at the Golden Griddle? 53 pounds of what? Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. And you're going to put on, 10 pounds you just said in what? 2-3 weeks? Of what? Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy.
And then I'm going to put on another 25 pounds of muscle to get to like...
See, he's going to put on another 25 pounds of muscle, sarcoplasmic muscle, artificial muscles. They don't give you strength or anything. They're just for the show, visually. Get it, man? So he's going to gain a total of 35 pounds of what? You think your body's going to put on 35 pounds of protein? You're crazy, man. It has a nuclear domain size limit. Your fibers can't get that bigger. What do you want them to bust and die?
250, 260. It's gonna be something you guys have never seen in your fucking lives. Well, Sam Sulek kind of did it, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh, Sam Sulek did it too. He goes for the pump as well, sarcoplasmic training. He always tells you it's the pump, bro. He mentions it. He eats a lot of carbohydrates. If protein builds muscle, why are all of you eating carbohydrates? See what I mean?
Again, but
Look at his latest video. He's buying 2 cases of ice cream. You think ice cream builds muscles?
he has like phenomenal genetics, and I have phenomenal.
Yes, he has phenomenal genetics for putting more glycogen in his muscle, pumping it better and more conveniently than other people. Your problem is, Mark, that you need to focus on this sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. That is your problem. You're not focusing on how to do it properly. The best type are potatoes. It isn't bread. Even if you're on steroids, it isn't the sugar, the bread, and all these pasta and all that. You should focus on eating a carnivore diet and just using potatoes as your staple mean for building the best sarcoplasmic fluid that you can, because it is slow acting when it comes to insulin. It doesn't spike insulin, and it's slow acting. You need a professional to train you for that type of training, bro. That is your problem. That's why you look like dog shit right now. Get it, man? Even if you are off the drugs, you wouldn't look that bad. Shit.
Genetics, but only for powerlifting.
I know you did powerlifting. Now you have all these injuries.
You got it up. You got it.
Amazing! Ah!
And guess what he was doing? He has a weak body because he's lifting all this heavy weight because steroids bind with the androgen receptor, like I've told you before, to give you that force production because the strength doesn't get you a bigger, it doesn't control the mass of the limb muscles. So this guy is lifting a heavy weight on a weak body, a tiny little body. So watch it.
Your head's bleeding everywhere.
And my
And listen to all the injuries he has.
back is feeling pretty good, so I might do a powerlifting meet early next year just to get some extra money in my pocket and crank some of these crybaby kids that think they're good. My nipples have never been this sore in my entire life. To touch it, if my shirt rubs against it, this compression vest literally feels like someone is stabbing a knife into my nipples 24/7. Last surgery, at week 3, I was back in the gym training legs at like 80%, and week 4, I was back training upper body, back. I obviously eased into it because like you have to stretch out the scar tissue and fucking monsters because I try to think in my head. Nipples 24/7. Last surgery, at week 3, I was back in the gym training legs at like 80%, and week 4, I was back training upper body, back. I obviously eased into it because like you have to stretch out the scar tissue and massage it out, but there is no way.
Okay, he's got a lot of injuries. He talks about it. I'm not going to get into it. He's got back problems. He's got bulging disc, this, that. He's got so many injuries. He's injured himself because he's got a weak body. I'm not going to get into it right now. That's all I want to talk about, man, because it's going way too long. I'll see you in the next one. There you go. That's what people look like. There's no gains. It's fake. It doesn't go. If you get real gains, they don't just go away like that in 2 months or 2.5 months, okay? I'll see you in the next one, jokers.